Ajak's story begins long before humanity etched its first myths into stone. Born in the ancient city of Polaria, nestled in the icy northern reaches of what would one day be Siberia, Ajak was created by the all-powerful Celestials as one of the Eternals, a race of near-immortal beings engineered to defend Earth and safeguard its evolutionary path. Ajak was sculpted with purpose, strength, and intellect, destined not only for war but for communion with the gods themselves. From the earliest days of his existence, Ajak stood apart, where others among his kind reveled in physical perfection or pursued mastery over energy or matter. Ajak possessed a rare gift, the ability to communicate directly with the Celestials. This made him both revered and burdened, for while the Celestials were silent to most, to Ajak they spoke in towering voices of creation and judgment. Entrusted as their speaker and interpreter, he became a priest and herald, carrying divine will through the ages. In his early parts of human civilization, Ajak walked among mortals like a living god. In the high plateaus of the Andes, he became a patron figure to the Incan people. His presence was immortalized in their temples and myths, being remembered as Tecumseh. He guided and protected them all while performing secret rituals to prepare the Earth for future celestial visits. During this time, he often operated alongside fellow Eternals, most notably his brother Arex, and he also took a leading role in shaping humanity's understanding of divinity and power. Through the eras, Ajak remained vigilant. Unlike his Eternal brethren who detached themselves from mortal affairs, Ajak immersed himself in the unfolding human saga, balancing his sacred duties to the Celestials with an increasingly complex relationship with the people of Earth. He witnessed cities rise and fall, he saw the spark of invention and the cruelty of war, and all the while he waited, listened, and prepared for the day the Celestials would return to pass judgment. Ajax's capabilities are a blend of ancient power and celestial design, honed across the millennia of existence and battle. As an Eternal, his physical attributes vastly surpass those of ordinary humans. He possesses immense strength that allows him to lift massive weights and engage in combat with creatures and beings of tremendous power. His durability makes him nearly impervious to injury, and his regenerative abilities allow him to recover from most wounds that would be fatal to others. He doesn't age and is also immune to all known diseases and poisons. His speed and reflexes are also superhuman, enabling him to outpace most adversaries in both hand-to-hand combat and strategic movement. Ajak is a master of unarmed combat and is trained extensively in various disciplines developed over centuries. He often fights with precision and restraint, preferring efficiency over brute force. Ajak also possesses the standard Eternal ability to manipulate cosmic energy. He can project powerful energy blasts from his hands and eyes, levitate, and fly through the air with ease. His control over this energy allows him to rearrange matter at a molecular level, though he rarely demonstrates this talent to its full extent. His intellect is also formidable. He's accumulated vast knowledge of celestial technology, ancient cultures, and the deeper laws of the universe. His memory is long and unbroken. He recalls civilizations long buried beneath the sand and technologies lost to time. Ajax's mind blends scientific precision with theological insight, allowing him to interpret celestial actions with a clarity few others can match. In battle, he's not just a warrior but also a tactician. He understands the flow of combat and often acts as a battlefield coordinator when fighting alongside other Eternals. His leadership is calm and unwavering, grounded in centuries of experience and a solemn understanding of his divine role. Ajax is shaped by a sacred bond with the Celestials and his unwavering sense of purpose that has guided him across centuries. From the moment he emerged from stasis in a hidden Incan city deep within the Andes Mountains, Ajak didn't present himself as merely a warrior or protector. He was a conduit, a chosen vessel through which the will of the Celestials could pass into the world of mortals. When a group of human explorers unearthed the ruins, Ajak didn't respond with hostility. Instead, he revealed his true nature and resumed the role he had waited generations to fulfill. While most Eternals contributed to Earth's development in their own ways, Ajak remained set apart. His gift of communicating with the Celestials placed him above earthly concerns. He was the bridge between divine design and mortal consequence. But this connection, however powerful, came at a cost. Over the time, Ajak began to wrestle with the silence of the Celestials and the uncertainty of their intentions. Though still loyal, he questioned the righteousness of their judgment and the weight of blind obedience. When conflict arose among the Eternals themselves, Ajak faced a terrible decision. Zurus, the leader of the Eternals, stood in opposition to the Celestials Celestials' authority. Ajak, unwavering in his belief that divine order must prevail, responded with fatal clarity. He executed Zerus without hesitation. This wasn't an act of malice or ambition, but a solemn sacrifice for what he believed was a greater cause. That moment marked Ajak as both high priest and executioner. He was revered by some, feared by others, and seen by all as someone willing to place divine purpose above personal ties. Later, Ajak became one of the many Eternals who were stripped of their memories and forced to live among humans without knowledge of their true identities. When his memories were restored, Ajak returned to his duties with fierce conviction. The loss of time and identity hadn't softened him. Instead, it deepened his resolve. He resumed his role of speaker for the Celestials and grew more rigid in his purpose. He opposed other Eternals who sought to intervene in the Celestials' plans, seeing their rebellion as a betrayal of cosmic law. As the silence of the Celestials endured, Ajak's inner conflict grew. The beings he had once worshipped for several ages had become distant, offering no guidance or answers. The certainty he had once carried began to erode. Faith started to transform into frustration. He no longer sought only to obey, he needed to understand. He searched for meaning within the silence, hoping to find proof that his lifetimes of service hadn't gone unnoticed. These moments reveal Ajak not as a simple follower, but as a complex and tragic figure. He's a servant of divine forces, yet he carries the burden of their silence. He's a warrior of unshakable faith, yet he has known deep doubt. He stands at the threshold between cosmic judgment and mortal life, embodying the weight of purpose without clarity. Whether feared, admired, or questioned, Ajak remains defined by his enduring belief in the design of the universe and his desperate hope that the gods he still served listened. His story isn't defined by glory or rebellion, but by quiet conviction and the heavy burden of belief. While others chase destiny or defy it, Ajak devotes himself to understanding it. He follows the will of the Celestials, not out of blind faith, but from a deep-rooted sense of responsibility, born from centuries of reflection and sacrifice. The lessons woven in his story are not easy or simple. They speak to the cost of unwavering loyalty and the pain that comes when those we trust with purpose fall silent. Ajak teaches us that faith without understanding can become a cage, and at the same time, he reminds us of the strength it takes to carry on even when purpose is all you have and the world around you no longer makes sense. Through Ajak, we're asked what it means to serve with a higher purpose and whether that service defines or destroys us. It challenges us to consider the line between faith and fanaticism. In doing so, it leaves us with a character who isn't just important within the mythos of the Eternals, but essential in the way he reflects our own struggles with belief, purpose, and the timeless human need to be heard by something greater than ourselves.